We got to talk about this whole transfer of evil from Michael Myers to Corey. This is going to be a good one. Let's go. What's going on, guys? This is a video that is actually inspired directly from comments and from a couple of my good friends that are also fantastic content creators. There's been this constant debate in Halloween Ends when Corey is faced with Michael for the first time, getting choked out, and Michael is looking into Corey. Corey is looking into Michael, and this whole idea of a transfer of evil.
What?
Michael transferring his evil into Corey, and then, of course, Corey having this new way that he is, this new ability, this new power, this new level of evil that he's engulfed with. Well, guess what, guys? I want to get into this a little bit. I want to give you guys my opinion on it, and I also want to hear your opinion on it. First of all, make sure you hit the like button. It helps to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But here's the thing. When Michael is in the cave, in the sewers, Corey was being bullied by the band geeks right up on the bridge, right above. You can almost bet your bottom dollar that Michael was down below, stalking, listening, being aware of what was going on, probably thinking, okay, here's my next victim, here's my next meal. And it was almost like this weird thing where when Corey had fallen and you see the scene, it's hard to tell because you have to really look really hard, but Michael is shown walking there, and when he grabs Corey and pulls him into the sewer. Now in this scene, Corey's disoriented. He's trying to look around. He's trying to figure out what's going on. You also see that little carving of Michael's face. I thought that was actually a pretty cool little Easter egg there. Part of me was wondering, was that carved there by Michael so that he could see himself? Because again, this whole idea of the reflection in the window, not looking out but looking within, kind of like what Frank was saying in Halloween Kills. He didn't have his house anymore. It's not like the sewers had any mirrors or anything like that. So that's also something to think about. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future video. But anyways, and you heard it here first, by the way.
You're goddamn right.
We'll talk about that at some point soon. But here's the thing. When Corey first encounters Michael and Michael is choking him, remember, guys, Michael could have killed him right then and there. Michael was killing people. Yes, he was injured. Yes, he was hurt. Yes, he was infected. Yes, he was dying. And we got to remember that he was dying, but he could have killed Corey. Corey was getting choked out. And when Michael looked at Corey, this is my take on it. Okay, this is my take on it. Michael saw something that he recognized. Something that he recognized when he would look in that window. And instead of looking out, he's kind of looking within himself. But this time, he is looking into Corey, and he sees that same emptiness. He sees that same type of image that he was used to seeing with himself. And with the flashing and showing Corey's story being played out and so forth, that was not, to me, that wasn't saying, okay, Michael is seeing Corey's life in front of his eyes and he's transferring the evil into Corey. That's basically Corey seeing his life flash before his eyes. That's what they say happens when you're about to die. That's basically what it was. Also, as a movie, it's showing us these things, and so it's an artistic representation as well. I think because Michael saw that bridge between the two of them, he let him go. Now, there's a couple reasons why he might have done that. He might have done that to say, okay, you're a kindred spirit. Let's see what happens. Maybe Michael just wanted some time to kind of play it out. Maybe Michael was thinking, I could use you to my own benefit. That's a whole nother story. But here's my bottom line. There was no transfer of evil. This isn't like Michael doesn't have any superpowers and light beams coming out and shooting into Corey. No, it's none of that. The movie literally set up the fact that Corey had darkness within him, and it started right in the beginning of the movie, right when he was babysitting, and right when he unleashed his anger when he was locked in the attic, and he's like, banging on the door, kicking on the door, and ultimately killing the kid. That was the darkness in Corey. Corey dealing with stuff like that, dealing with his home life being so messed up, dealing with the bullying and so forth. That's why the movie showed all that, to show that this was something right below the surface, just waiting to break through. Michael was the reason that it broke through. When he looked into Michael's eyes, listen guys, if you've ever been around someone who's just bad, like just bad news, got a bad aura, or they've done some really despicable things, it's a creep factor, man. Like, you just get kind of creeped out, engulfed by it. It's the same idea. It's only amped up in the sense that it's a movie, and this is Michael Myers. He's literally the embodiment of evil in this universe. You know what I mean? And imagine that, you come face to face with a guy who has literally haunted that town, at that point for 60 years, 50 something years, whatever it was. So that's what happened when Corey was looking into Michael, almost as if there was an inspiration. Maybe there was almost an inspiration to say, you know what, let me just let go. Let me unleash on all these influences that are horrible to me.
You should give in. You should surrender to that feeling you had the first time you ever looked into his eye.
Let me unleash on these bullies and all the people that have treated me bad and kicked me down and so forth. That's what happened in the movie. There is no transfer of evil. And I know some people, they think of it that way, and maybe they think of it more as a thematic type of thing. Look, all it was that being in the presence of the boogeyman basically gave Corey the key to unlock his own darkness. And here's the other thing about it too. Number one, if Michael transferred that into Corey was his own boogeyman. He was making mistakes. He was sloppy. He obviously got killed by Michael at the end. So he was not on that same level of Michael, number one. Also, at the end of Halloween Ends, Michael's choking Laurie. Laurie sees flashbacks or flashes in her mind and all these things that had happened right before Allison comes to save her. People didn't sit there and say, oh, Michael is transferring evil into Laurie. This is not anything that is in Michael's mind whatsoever. He is not trying to transfer any evil. He is on his own mission. That's what he's doing. He's not worried about transferring his evil to anyone else. And again, it's not set up in this movie. It's not set up in the other two movies. So in this trilogy, this whole idea of this transfer of evil, I'm just trying to put it to bed and just say, look, that's not what it was. Again, my opinion, you guys might agree with it. Some of you may not. But again, like I said, he was doing the same thing to Laurie. He wasn't transferring any evil to Laurie. He was trying to kill her, and she was seeing her life flash before her. That's what that was. And the other thing too, Michael has choked out a lot of people. I'm pretty sure when he's choking out people and he's right in front of them face to face, he is not trying to pass on any evil to them.
You're goddamn right.
It is nothing at all that is happening in this movie. So anyways, guys, that's my thought on it. Michael Myers is just an embodiment of evil within himself. He's a man. There's no transference of evil from him to Corey or him to Laurie or him to anyone else. All that he did was he saw this kid that was a reminder. It was probably more that it was just a reminder to Michael of himself, that darkness, that emptiness within. And that's why he let him go. He didn't let him go because he's like, I'm giving you my evil and now go forth and do evil things in Haddonfield. No, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, in my opinion. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think there was a transfer of evil from Michael Myers to Corey Cunningham? And if you do think that, please explain why you think that and how it works. Because as far as I know, that has never been a thing in any of these Halloween movies. And I know the trilogy has done some things differently. But again, guys, this was not any transfer of evil. It's just basically a moment where there was a recognition between the two of them. And again, with Corey, the reason that he acted the way he did, because he was in the presence of someone that's so evil. There's so much power within this person, and we've all been through those situations. If you're in the presence of someone that's really successful, or if you're in the presence of someone that's really down in the dumps, or if you're in the presence of someone that's really, really angry, you feed off of those things. Sometimes you feel the same way, or sometimes you feel the exact opposite. So this is all that it was. That's all that it was, in my opinion. Let me know what you think, and also hit the like button. It helps to support the channel, and I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the Night Watch Zone, please do so. It's the time to do it. We're having a lot of fun, having a lot of great conversations and discussions in the comment section down below. Click the join button, become a channel member. It helps to support the channel, it helps us keep on going, and keeps the lights on. So I'll catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.